When kids hit high school, they start to realize the money is an issue. She gets how expensive her surgeries are. It is a juggling act for me, especially as a single parent. So I think it's really taken the burden off of, hey, can I do an extra physical therapy session this week? Because, my muscles are tight. It's really just taken that day-to-day, not having to stretch from paycheck to paycheck with some of the things that she needs. Well, Hayden was born 2 months early. We lived in Colorado, and we came back here, and I had been on bed rest, and I walked up the stairs and my water broke. Grabbed Quinn, who was 2 in one arm, and drove myself to the hospital, and then I delivered. Hayden was just under 5 pounds, which at 32 weeks is really big. She didn't have a lot of complications, so they sent us home really thinking, we're not expecting anything to go wrong. She went into respiratory distress about 10 days later and was readmitted. Looking back, I kind of think that's probably when the lack of oxygen, caused the cerebral palsy.
Keep going, go past me. Ooh, you're cruising.
Because Hayden's so high functioning, she doesn't qualify for the CHP money or any other services. So finding out about the United Healthcare Children's Foundation grant was nice because, it did bridge a gap for us. Through the grant, Hayden has been able to do a lot more physical therapy. She's been able to exercise more. She's been able to get her muscles stretched out. She's been able to get some of her durable medical equipment covered, which is not covered by our insurance. And through that, it's given her a sense of independence and some ownership about her disability. She was on the debate team, the speech team for a while. She's in the high school plays. She was a lieutenant governor for the Kiwanis Club last year for the tri-state area, and I think she was the only sophomore at the time that had held that role. The teachers have told me that she's big on debating in class. She has a goal that she wants to go into lobbying for health care, specifically for children, and I think that's something she probably will do. She might not be able to write stuff down well, but she has a voice for herself and for others, so I hope that serves her well.
Hi, I'm Hayden. I'm 16. I have cerebral palsy, but I'm just like any other normal teenager. Very dramatic, a theater kid, very active, just happen to have cerebral palsy. So I am very much a kid that once I set my mind to something, it's set. I'm very stubborn, it does not move. So when I was in 5th grade, I got the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. to talk about healthcare and Medicare with 2 senators and a state representative. And I got to work really closely with a lobbyist. And then when I got home, I was just kind of realizing this is what I want to do with my life. This is what makes me feel like I'm making a difference. And this is a perspective and an opportunity that a lot of other people in the field probably don't have, especially with healthcare. There's not a lot of disabled kids walking in and being like, hey, I've lived through this. This is what we need. And this is what I understand from a kid that went through it. So I feel like I'm really excited to realize what's in my future and figure that out going forward and hopefully make a difference.
Just because you have a disability, it's not going to stop you. You can go to college, you can be a lobbyist. Maybe she'll be a senator. Maybe she'll be in charge of healthcare reform. But part of that is happening because she was able to have these procedures and with part of this money from the United Healthcare Children's Foundation.
You're really helping kids like me, and the partnership that you have is making a difference in a lot of people's lives. It means a big deal to a lot of families, and I'm really, really thankful that you're able to do that. You're changing kids' lives all over the nation.
Thank you, everyone that donates. Thanks on behalf of Hayden and all the kids out there.